on, gang. We finally out. It's Lady Blue. Go on, gang. Micaiah, thank you for coming. Ray, you found me. Gang. Go on, gang. Welcome. It's not Sunday anymore, but it is still spiritual tea. You missed me, Aisha. Gang. I'm back. It's a blessing to watch me evolve. Thank you, gang. I love you too. So welcome. I got a message for you. Go on, Jem. Gang. Go on. Boy, they've been trying to stop me. If you know me, I cannot be stopped, gang. They are holding messages for review. Let's see what that's about. Miss Bad, go on, sis. Taylor, Courtney, go on, gang. I love you lot. Thank you for coming. Thank you. So spiritual tea with me, gang. Go on. I'm back. Be back on YouTube, gang. We're back doing pre-recordeds again. So there's one out. There's another one coming out today. You missed me, so ready for new beginnings. Gang, come on. Your Hugh is home from school. Hi, Hugh. Wagwan, Hugh. I can't wait to meet you. Catherine, Wagwan, Monica. Hey. Gang, I got a special message for you. So let's tap in. Spiritual tea, I gotta try not say the Sunday. Wagwan Sunshine, Regina. Gang. Got your tea ready? I've helped you so much these past few weeks. Thank you, Eliza. I'm glad I was help for you, gang. I'm glad. Spirit was able to use me in your situation, gang. I'm happy for that. Going on vacation. Can I come? Can I come in your suitcase? I want to come, Miss Bad. Mibria, welcome. Can we all say welcome to Mibria Bruce? She's new here. Say hello to Mibria. She's a new person. Kirk, Wagwan King. Wagwan. So we got a new person here. Let's just monetize this video quickly. Because it's not monetized. And we need to make some money. OG Natalie, Wagwan. Sweet Tutu. How are you? So it's now monetized. It's on. We gotta make money, gang. Taylor. I'm excited too, because I know some of it, but not all of it. I'm excited. So spiritual tea, you are a part of the chosen, sent with messages for the world. Sent with messages for the world, gang. So Spirit says, I chose you. I chose you to be one of my messengers. You'll love it here, gang. Mr. FHNL, Wendy. So you are a chosen one, gang. I don't care what family you were born into, what situation you're going through. You are a part of the chosen collective, sent with messages that are embedded within you, just waiting to be activated by someone or something in your life. And these messages are for the world. The world needs to hear it. That's why some of you are like, I want to help the world. I want to heal the world, because your message, your purpose is international. It involves a lot of people. So yeah, you are a part of the chosen, sent with messages for the world. And on that note, we are going to start. Courtney B and Sons. Gang. Your name is on the check. For all my newcomers, what is the check? What's the check? So Courtney B and Sons, she has sown 99 what? Cents. 99 cents into this reading, gang. I will put her name on a check. It's an ancestor check, and it will go onto my ancestor altar, where I will pray on it for 7 days. Whatever you're praying for, I'm going to stand in agreement with it, because where 2 or 3 of us are in agreement with something, we can actually shift it, make it happen. So I believe in this. These are the only type of spells that you will ever see me try to do, because I do believe it is a part of manifesting here. Elton, you're new here as well. Welcome, gang. So welcome Elton as well, who's also new here. Welcome Elton. Courtney B and Sons. All my newcomers from TikTok, say hello, so my YouTube family can embrace you, gang. You've got a new family now. Courtney B and Sons. So my TikTok family, say hello to my YouTube family, gang. There's Shannon. Shannon is one of my main moderators over here. And gang, thank you, Shannon. She's here. And gang, Jacqueline. Wagwan. Melbria. Wagwan. Antonio, you know we love you. You've been over here from a long time. Antonio started on YouTube. She's been here. Random Jones. Wagwan. Garnet, welcome from TikTok. Here's Garnet. I was just reading for Garnet over there. Gang, gang, welcome, Garnet. So welcome, welcome. You are part of the chosen. Chosen to give messages to the world. To the world. So you have very important missions to complete before your life expires. Okay. We've got activation, so either I'm sent to activate you or something or someone else will. I'm hoping it's me today. If you're not already activated, I'm here to activate some of you. If it's not me, it'll be something or someone else. The whole gang is here, gang. There's still more to come, but that's all right. Adrian Wagwan from TikTok, gang, gang. They're holding someone's message for review. Stop stalking me. Wagwan. Wagwan. So we are going to start with the Starseed message, the only message that came out. So let's start with that. Pamela Bailey, Wagwan, baby girl, how are you? Thank you for your continued support, baby. I recognize it. I see it. So we're going to leave Shannon's one pinned up there. There's my email. If you want to book me for a private reading or one-to-one or any of my classes or just some type of general anything, email that email, dvirgo tarot2222@gmail.com, and just wait for a response, gang, as I receive a lot of emails a day. So we have a couple of messages, and it is to my star seeds. All right. It says energetic sovereignty, absorbing what is not yours. So a lot of you are absorbing energy that doesn't belong to you. I hope you know that. Sometimes when you're feeling down, you might be feeling somebody else's feelings, gang. It might not be necessarily you that is down. And vice versa for happiness. You might be feeling somebody else's energy. So be mindful as you go outside about your day. You are picking up other people's energies and absorbing them. And you may feel like they're your own energy when it might have nothing to do with you. You may have gone past someone who's feeling suicidal. Now I'm getting suicidal thoughts. I'm getting depressed, but really you're around depressing people. So be mindful of the energies. Even in a supermarket, you're picking up on a lot of energies. Need to feel yours and God's spirit to lift me up. Pamela, I'm always here for you, guys. Antonio, thank you for your seed, baby girl. Thank you for your seed. Having trouble said, no Cash App. No Cash App. Sorry, no Cash App. Only PayPal. So do not use that Cash App. I'm sorry, they sabotaged it. That's why you're having problems. Use the PayPal. dvirgo2222. Use the PayPal. The Cash App has been sabotaged. I closed it down. You can't send it. So use the PayPal dvirgo2222, or just use here. Use YouTube, gang. It's fine. So Antonio, thank you for your seed. I'm going to place it on my altar, baby. And I'm going to pray for 7 days over your situation. I'm going to stand in agreement, gang, in the gap for whatever you're manifesting, praying for, wishing for, baby girl. I'm going to wish for it too. I'm going to pray for it too. I'm going to stand for it too, gang. So thank you, Antonio. Drax, thank you for your seed. Thank you for your seed, Drax. Your name is also on the check. Thank you, gang. And it will be placed in my Bible on my altar. It goes straight into a Bible and onto the altar. Mesha, Wagwan. My other moderator is here. Amelia, this is my spiritual daughter. She's always here. Love my Amelia, gang. Amelia, thank you for your seed. Straight into the Bible, onto the altar it goes. Amelia, thank you, baby girl. Thank you. You're always blessing me. Thank you, gang. I appreciate you. How much for a reading? Can you email me? I do not talk money on the airways. So if you want to know, email that email and I will respond accordingly with a list of things that I do. All right. You can tweet that list because I will give you time slots and that time can be spent doing whatever you want to do with it, gang. So we do it by time. You book a time, and in that time, you can do whatever you want, gang. Okie doke. So email me. Thank you, Eliza. Melbria, oh my God. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm going to pray for you for 7 days, gang. I'm going to keep you in my prayers. I'm going to mention your name every time I'm on my knees. And I'm going to invoke and solicit the ancestors and God to move on your behalf, gang. I don't need to know what you need. All I need to do is stand in agreement with it. Wagwan, Jem. Anelia, Wagwan. I'm going to pray for you, Anelia. I'm going to pray for you. So, Melbra, your name's on the check. I like to sponsor people sometimes. So, I think I'm going to sponsor Anelia. I'm going to sponsor Anelia today. Aniela. I'm going to sponsor you, baby girl. I'm going to put £5 of my own money into the pot that I put aside for this. And I'm going to pray for you, baby girl, okay? Anelia. So I'm going to put Anelia's name on the check and I'm going to sponsor on her behalf. There we go. Thank you, Anelia. It's okay, baby girl. Thank you. Antonio, I love you, baby girl. I always have. Right, so let's start the reading, babies. Let's start it. My PayPal's there, gang. Shannon has pinned it. Thank you. Can everyone pray for everyone? If we all pray together, gang, come on, we'll stay together and miracles will happen. Trust me on this. It will happen. All right, so we're going to start. Thank you for coming. YouTube is such a different vibe from TikTok. You will feel it automatically. You will just feel like, oh, let's pray, gang. All right, I don't think I'm a strong prayer, but when I pray, God hears. I don't have to belt out all these words and stuff, but I pray from the heart. So I know God listens. You usually sit quietly watching, but you felt the need to let me know if you've been here listening. Sorry for the attacks meant for me. Oh, Eliza, thank you for letting me know you've been here. My heart is just pounding. Thank you, guys. YouTube, I love you so much. Like, there's no words to describe my experience on YouTube. It's nothing like my experience on TikTok. And my TikTokers can see it now, why I love YouTube so much. This is home, gang. They really take care of my emotional needs, my mental needs. Melbria, thank you, gang. They pray for me, gang, when I don't even pray for myself. They do that. So I love my YouTubers. All right, so I'm going to say a prayer. I'm going to say a prayer, gang, but I'm kind of shy when it comes to praying in public. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. That's not my strong point. I'm usually a silent, quiet, private prayer. But, you know, God is bringing me out of myself. And I always tell you, lot, what did I say? Come out of your comfort zone. I know I don't have to do it, gang, but I've been called to do it. I've been called to pray. to open up the reading with a prayer. So I'm going to do it. Even though it's so uncomfortable for me. But I have to practice what I preach, right? So dear Heavenly Father and Spiritual Mother, I come before you today, and I'm going to place my brothers and my sisters before you and their needs and their circumstances and their situations. I pray that you move like you've never moved before. I pray that you heal the sick, you feed the hungry, and you speak to the minds of those that are afflicted mentally here, emotionally, and maybe even physically here. I pray for divine intervention in relationships, in your career, in that doctor's report that you received. I pray that things be turned around and worked out for your good. I pray for your healing. Healing for your situations, whether it's a physical healing, an emotional one, a mental or financial one, gang. I'm praying for change. I'm praying for elevation of your mind. I am praying that you let go and allow God to move like God has never moved before for you. I'm praying for you. Whoever you are, I pray that you get what you need. It may not be what you want, but I'm praying that you get what you need, gang, gang. I pray for peace in the midst of your storms. I pray for love. For those that feel like they're unlovable. I pray for acceptance of where you are and where you're going and called to go. And I pray for change. I pray for change. I pray that God changes your mind, changes the way that you see yourself, the way you see your world, and ultimately changes whatever it is that you perceive that you're going through right now and turn it around for your good. This I pray for you, God. Amen. Ashe. Not the strongest prayer, God. But when I pray, I mean what I say. And this I pray for you. So let's start the reading, because we have many messages that need to come out. And I didn't even have it in my mind to pray, but Spirit likes to throw me a curveball and put me outside of my comfort zone and let me practice what I've been preaching. So I just mixed up the cards. Give me a minute. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So let's find your message. Here's one. Okay, here they are. They're right here. All right. So empathic starseeds. Spirit says you have been absorbing other energies, other people's energies. Thank you, Antonia. Thank you. Rolia. Thank you, gang. So we've been absorbing a lot of energies that do not belong to us, especially if you're a starseed, an empathic one, an empath who's a starseed. So if you resonate with being an empath and a starseed, either or both, I'm telling you, you're picking up energies that do not belong to you daily. Every time you step out your house, every time you put on the internet, the telly, the radio, you are picking up energies. Some of you don't even have to leave your house. So you are taking on what doesn't belong to you. The emotions, the feelings. So be mindful of this. Learn to ground yourself daily to release energy that does not belong to you, or you will start to find that your mental health will be greatly affected. You will start to become very drained and tired. What is that? For me to break it down is going to take a lot of time. This message is for those that it resonates with. So if you don't resonate with an empath or a starseed, which is someone that wasn't born here, but was brought here to learn, to teach. So you're a spiritual being having a human experience at this point. Born into a family you have no parts of. No parts of. You don't feel a part of them. You're different from them. You may resonate with being the black sheep of a family. So being an empathic starseed is someone who feels something more deeper than everyone else. So they might feel like you're too soft. You're too sensitive. All these things. These are words used to starseeds. But your sensitivity is a gift to the world. But it's been diluted, it's been watered down, it's been called many names. And some of you have been shamed for who you are, what you are. So you hide your gifts. You hide these parts of yourself. You may have found yourself daydreaming when you was younger. Lost in daydreams. This is an empath who is constantly picking up on energies. And I just feel like they're constantly lost in other worlds, other realms, other possibilities. Because this is how we're manifesting. It's through your imagination. You would have been taught that you need to come back to reality, but you don't. Coming back to reality is accepting your reality, and you don't need to accept your reality. You have the power to change it, but it starts in the mind. And the fight between the body and the spirit is so real. You're the black sheep. There we go. That's why you're here. The biggest fight you're ever going to face in your life is not from them, not from it, not from him or her. It's going to be from your body and your spirit. These two at war with themselves. With what your human knows, your human side knows, what it sees and accepts, what your spirit understands, what your spirit remembers, which is far more reaching than what your body, your physical self knows, gang. So we're constantly in war with ourselves. What we've been taught, what we've been learned, all the things that we've learned in our lifetimes, other than to what the spirit actually already knows. We've come into here knowing, already knowing, all knowing. And then we've been remodeled and retaught to know something else, to learn something else, which is in contrast to who we are, to where we're going. So I'm here to redirect you exactly, Abed. I'm here to redirect you back onto your path, back to where you need to go, because a lot of you have been directed onto the wrong path, into a 9-to-5 job where you're not supposed to be. That's why I feel trapped. You're trapped in your spirit. Your spirit man is not supposed to be contained by a label, by a job, by anything. Some of you not even by a relationship. Not even by a relationship. Some of you are not supposed to be restricted by any relationships in your life. You're not. You're like gypsies, gang. This freedom starts here. You've been a big dreamer. Come on, speak it. Because we want you to bring this back. We need this back. We want you to start dreaming again. Those daydreams, bring them back. Your imagination, bring it back. They brought to me the story of Jonah. I want to tell you something about Jonah. We all know Jonah was swallowed into the belly of the whale. We know that. But that wasn't the story of Jonah. Jonah was called to do something bigger than himself. But it was so far out of Jonah's comfort zone. He was like, who's going to listen to me? Who's going to follow me? I'm just a simpleton. I'm a pauper. I'm a tramp. Who's going to listen to what I got to say? So he ran because he didn't believe that this could be for him. Me born into poverty. Me who no one knows my name. Me who's been overlooked my whole life. Me. So he ran like most of us are doing now, running from our calling, running from what's truly on our life. Relationships can actually block you, guys. They can actually reflect something to you that's not true. if you accept it. So be careful of the people that you call, that you come into relationships with. They have to be a true reflection of you. If I'm not looking at you and not seeing myself, girl, you gotta go, girl, bye. Boy, bye. Because you are not a true reflection of me. You're a photocopy. You're a scam. You're fake. And I can see it, I can feel it. When I look at you, I should see me. Some part of me should be reflected at me through you. And that's why you're here. Because that's what you see in me. It was never the cards. There's a piece of me that you see in yourself. Alright? So absorbing what is not ours. We do it on a daily, but we do it subconsciously. We're not even taught that we're doing it. So most of us didn't know we were even doing it. I just thought I was depressed. No, I was around a bunch of depressed MFers. They were depressed. And misery loves its company, gang. So I just believe that sometimes you don't have mental health. It's your situation. It's your relationships. It's your environment. Change your environment and you'll see the change within you. Have you not noticed when you leave your area, when you leave your homes, you get happier? Have you not realized? So change your environments, because it's the environments that's infecting your spirit. It's telling you that you can't do something. It's making you believe that you'll never become something. You can't achieve it. It's an environment thing, gang. You've become your environment. You've accepted what everyone else is doing. Well, everyone else around me is on benefits, so I accepted that shit. Now I'm finding it hard to break free from it. A benefit mindset, a lack mindset. Because misery just loves the company, gang. So we've been absorbing things that don't belong to us, and one of them is energy, and it's so important. Once you know that 9 to 5 is, you just know. It's not you being bougie, it's not you being ego. You know that 9 to 5 ain't for you. You know it's containing a spirit that shouldn't be contained. You know that you know more than that boss that's trying to pay your wages, guy. Like you're a child, you know. But because you don't have it on paper, because a man didn't qualify you to show and prove that you can do a thing, you wait. You wait. You stay stuck. You stay trapped. You choose to stay. Lamika, welcome to the Bronze Nation. So absorbing energy, and everything is energy. Everything can be dissolved into energy. Even my hug to you will be dissolved into energy. Absorbing energy that is not yours. Be mindful of this. Lamika, thank you. You have your name down twice. Thank you for joining the gang. So you're now entitled to my private messages, the ones only my members will get. Both my members on YouTube and TikTok. So all my TikTok members, I need your emails, because I will be sending a link to videos that I do just for you and all my members on YouTube. Only you will have access to it. So if you're a member on TikTok, you're also allowed to have access to them, guys. But I will require an email from you. So send me your emails to my email. Lamika, thank you again. So let's read the messages, because there's messages, and if anyone knows spiritual tea, it can go on for a minute. We're 20 minutes in and we're on one card. Spirit has no time. Time is constructed by man. You cannot govern spirit by your time. So if you're busy, you're going to have to come back and watch it when you have the time. But it will not govern the time that I give to this reading, guy. As I don't have any time that I give to it. I allow spirit to be free-reigned in this thing. Do what they want. So we're talking to the empaths and the starseeds, or the empathic starseeds. Trying your best is all that we can ask. And music is the best thing, Sandbox. I use music. I use worship. I use music to transmute energy all the time. Music is my healer. So music is a perfect conduit, vessel, to help you get yourself, recenter yourself, to refocus yourself, to transmute negative energy into a positive. Music is a perfect vessel. It can also be the vessel that transmutes positive to negative. So be mindful of what you're listening to, because you could be positive 1 minute, listen to the wrong thing, and now you're negative, running people off the road, ready to kill someone because of the song you just listened to. The song you just listened to. So be careful. Because some of those songs will turn your positive mood into a negative one and have you doing road rage, doing the mad stuff. Yeah? So be mindful. It can work both ways. So we're talking to the empathic starseed here. And I don't have glasses. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world just through being them, through your physical presence alone. So this tells me when you show up, you are shifting something. When you show up to a room, to a situation, to a function, to anything or anywhere in your life, things start to move. You'll realize that demons inside of people start to shift, start to be exposed. It's the light inside of you, gang. It's the light. It's your presence, just you being there. Just you being there. Do you know, can I tell you something? Do you know how you know that you're real chosen? Because some of us are chosen, yes. So let me tell you, you see the pyramids? Not everyone can be activated by the pyramids. You know, certain people will go to the pyramids and the pyramids will open up for them because they are the key. Some of you are the key, and I mean it, the key to open up these mysteries that some people have been trying to unlock for centuries. Once you show up to the pyramid, you live in Egypt. Once you show up, my crown, 3233. Once you show up, it unlocks something, it activates something. It's just like you showing up into a room. It was like me showing up in tarot. It unlocked something. Until I got here, it didn't happen. So for me, it unlocked something within me and I was able to ascend to a new level in my spirituality, gang. So I'm telling you, certain places, so some of you will come to my reading and it will unlock something. It will activate something within you, a purpose, a vision, a dream. It will confirm it. It will do something, gang. So I need to listen with your inner ear, as this message cannot be for everyone. It can't. It really can't. I wish it was, but it really can't. 1212. And my 1212 card says, you are strongly connected to God, to Source, and your ancestors right now. 1212. 1212. You've been chosen, hand-selected, hand-picked for your experiences, good or bad. But they are going to make you, they're never going to break you. You named your kitten Egypt. Wow. They are going to make you. They are never going to break you. Because even in the breaking, I am making you. Even in the breaking, I am making you. Remember that, even in the breaking, I am making something beautiful out of you. It's like recycling. I'm breaking away what's not needed. And I'm reusing what I can use again in you. But there's parts of you that I don't need. It's preventing you, it's blocking you, it's stopping you, God. So I'm going to break them off of you. If you don't like it, because being broken is hurt. It hurts, it's painful. Pyramid activation. My crown is going off, JP Wingate. It's going off, sis. It's going off. King, I'm here to activate something inside of you. And I want to call it purpose. Because you were born for something bigger than yourself. Even if you don't quite know what it is yet. I didn't know what my purpose was till I reached 45, gang. So for some of you, you're not quite there yet in the knowing of what it is. but you still can operate in it. Work towards it because you feel it. It's a feeling of something. JP Wingate, there's a pulling and a pushing that's happening here. And I want you to surrender to the pull, to the push. It's bringing you somewhere. It's opening something up for you. I promise you this. It's very uncomfortable though. To be pulled and pushed and tugged. It's uncomfortable, gang. We don't always like it. But it's needed though. Taylor, thank you for your seed, gang. And thank you for being here and answering your call. Because for you to be here now, you answered a call. Your ancestors brought you here today. There's no mistake, gang. There's no coincidences. I don't care if you came from TikTok or you dropped in off of the For You Explorer page. You, 30043606, you were meant to be here. There's a reason for it. You got purpose and it's bigger than yourself. So Taylor, thank you, see. Thank you for your seed. You love listening to me. Wagwan, Moss. Wagwan, baby. We're supposed to be working now. Oh no, Shannon. So I still got messages. Deborah, Wagwan. So I'm breaking something off of you. And it doesn't feel good, does it? You've been drinking way too much. Come on. And we're going to pull you in, gang. We're going to pull you in today. All right, God's earth angel. Because what I know about God's angels is this. We are best at sabotaging ourselves. I did it. I did it with crack. I did it. So I know you're chosen. The fact that you're self-sabotaging yourself right now, I know you are. I know it. In my spirit. See the therapist, walk on. Kizzy, walk on, baby girl. Queen Kizzy from TikTok, gang. So allow me to give you the messages, gang. Because my crown is just going on. Amelia, for real. You see, this is why me and Amelia are so much in sync. We've overcome killing ourselves. Come on. When you can own your truth, you can then be the truth. When you can own your truth, unapologetically, gang, you can then be the truth for someone else. Yours was alcohol. Don't drink or do drugs anymore. Come on. Come on. This is it. My crown has been activated. This card is here because due to your highly sensitive nature, you, the empath, and the starseeds, the empathic starseeds, you struggle with life on earth, don't you? You're finding it hard. I did. I thought everyone else is finding it easy. I was always wishing to die, praying for God to take my life because I didn't fit in. I wasn't happy. I didn't feel like I was a part of anything or anyone. So starseeds and empaths, empathic starseeds, struggle with life on earth. Gang, we struggle. We find it hard because we don't belong here. We don't belong here. But we're here to help. And then we're taking on so much negativity. It's foreign to us. We don't understand why people are not like us. So we start off very naive until you get burnt. I got burnt a lot because I was so naive. I just assumed you were like me. I didn't understand there was different varieties of different people. I just assumed you were like me. And then I found out you were not. But I found out by getting hurt, by getting abused, by getting used and chewed up and discarded and rejected and abandoned and beaten. That's how I found out. That's how you're finding out. That's how you're finding out. And then I turned to beating on myself. I started to beat myself. I started to beat myself because as an empath, I feel like we judge ourselves worse than the world can judge us. The world can't judge you more than you judge yourself. The world can't beat you the way that you beat yourself up. They can't. That's the empath in you, as a Starseed. You very much are accountable for your shit, even in silence. 40-40, go. I couldn't understand it. It took for me to be broken and broken and broken to get it. That the world was not like me. They're not like me, gang. They don't think like me. They don't feel things like me. They don't love like me. And this is true for you. So you're finding out that you're different and you're struggling with life, gang. You always end up being a caregiver, gang. Always end up being some type of caregiver, working with people. Always wanting to help or elevate others, teach. It's always these roles that you find. Midwives, doctors, nurses, teachers. Always nurturing roles, mothers and fathers. Yes. These are where you're going to be drawn to until you find your purpose. You're going to find these human roles. You may be a carer for old people, for young people, but you're a carer, a care worker. These roles are so important, but they're so downplayed. You're caring for the sick. You're caring for the people that no one cares about. You're doing the things that no one else will do. You'll find yourself being a cleaner because you care that much. So you'll clean people's houses. You'll do these jobs. You'll be a servant. It's about the serving. Because you know you're born to serve. You may have started off serving your family, being told to, being forced to, being the Cinderellas of your family. Because I was Cinderella. Praying to my fairy godmother every day, clicking my heels. That was me. I was David out in the back. You know, the one in the back in the Bible. The king came to come and look for the sons who he would bring to the palace. And the father and mother put that child, David, out in the back. Because they thought David wasn't good enough. But David was the chosen one, though. He may have been the one afflicted in his mind, but he was the one that was chosen to be king, though. Just like you. Your life is a Cinderella story. And gang. So no matter how much people try to fit their feet in your shoes, just like Cinderella, gang, they can't fit these shoes. They can't. When we say they can't walk a mile in your shoes, like Cinderella, her sisters with their big foot tried to put their foot in her shoes, tried to take her place. But no one can replace you. No one can take your place, no matter how much they try to fake it, make you try to fit them, the role, the position. What is for you is always going to be for you. What is for you, gang, is always going to be for you. I don't care if they take you and put you in a pit. You're a seed. You're meant to be there. You're going to grow. You'll grow. You're meant to be put in that pit. The shoe will never fit them, gang. No matter how they will try to make it fit, it's not meant to be for them. So what's for you will always be for you. That's why we start to do things because of the money. But it don't fit me, though. I don't feel like it's fulfilling me. Why? Because me and my fast self saw Joseph and Joe making money doing something and thought, oh my God, it would be good for me to do that because I could make money too. But that's not what's going to feed my spirit or my soul. That's not my purpose. That's not my role. So no matter how much I try to do it, I'm never going to be successful in it because it was never meant for me. What's for me will always be for me. And I will know it once I feel it, once I operate in it. Once I'm doing it, I'll know it. I might not know it now because people say to me, what do you want to be? Gang, I never knew what I wanted to be. I was one of those people that never knew. I never knew. I just knew I wanted to help. I wanted to heal the world. One point, I wanted to be a midwife, a bus driver at one point, but I never really knew what I wanted to be. I was just brought here. I found my way here. And it was through my experiences, gang, that brought me here. I didn't bring myself. I didn't want to be here. I didn't choose to be here. I was chosen for this position. 7-7. I want you to understand this. I didn't choose it, gang. When I was in the church, my cousin who was the pastor said, Diana, what do you want to do? Pick a role. You can be what you want to do. I said, I just want to sit in the crowd. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want no responsibilities. I just want to show up and serve God. That's all I want to do. I never wanted a responsibility. I never asked for it. It's a lot sometimes. It's a lot. But God chose me. So when you're choosing these roles for yourself, ask yourself, did God choose you for this role? Was you chosen for the role that you're operating in now? Does it speak to the spirit of you? Because yeah, it might speak to the body, the materialism, it feeds the bills, it feeds the kids, it feeds my mouth, it feeds my ego. But does it feed you? Because you are not your body. You are not your skin. You are the spirit that is housed within. Now, is your role, whatever the role is, the mother, the father, because even my mother role became not enough for me. 7 children, I thought would be enough. It wasn't enough. I was in need of something more. Something more, God. Something was still missing. And now I found it. It was purpose, God. I was lacking the purpose. It was purpose. I found my purpose. And if you found yours, or when you found yours, you will just know. And it might be something you never even envisioned for yourself. Because I never, ever envisioned this for me. I didn't. It was chosen for me, God. It was chosen for me. Now I have a bigger family. Do you know the one thing that God was true to? Was I remember I was 13 years old. I was 13. And I had just given birth to a baby I didn't know I was pregnant with. I never knew I was pregnant. 28 weeks and I didn't know I was pregnant. I had just given birth to her. And they said that she was dead because it was an abortion that they performed on me. And I said into my mind, God, all I ever want is to be a mother. I never asked for gold. I never asked for silver. I never asked for a title. I just said I want to be a mother. I want to be a mom. This is my wish. This is my purpose. And I know it. So I'm able to be a mother to everyone, to many, gang, to many. I'm able to utilize my mothering skills. Something I didn't feel like I got, but I'm able to give it because I've got so much to give. My children have got it, but I still got more. So I'm happy that I've got you to give it to. I'm a spiritual mom, gang. I'm more than a tarot reader, gang. I've been brought into your life to mother you, to mother your dream, to mother your heart, to help you to re-love yourself again, to even maybe to connect you back with your mother and your father. Because through me, you can forgive them. Can I say it again? Because maybe through me, you can find forgiveness for them. Because I fucked up. My kids will tell you. I fucked up. I escaped violence, domestic violence, and I went to drugs. My kids had to go through that with me. But they forgive me, gang, and they love me regardless. Yes, they have anger for some of the things, but we're working through it, gang. And I pray that some of you can find forgiveness for your mom and for your dad. Because I'm telling you, it's the best thing I ever found when it came to mines. I thought I could never forgive my mom for allowing the abuse to happen to me, for allowing them to rip the baby out of my belly, gang. I thought I could never forgive her. But I do. I love her, gang. And it feels so good to know that I could come to a place of forgiveness for something so horrendous, gang. It showed me that I'm different from her. This is what separated me from her. This is what confirmed to me that I was birthed into a family to heal them, to show them what love really looks like, gang. My love is unconditional. But I was birthed into a family that had nothing but conditions placed on my head. So I'm hoping through my experiences and my messages, you can learn forgiveness for your parents, for your past. Because all things do work together for the good of you, for me. But acceptance is key. Acceptance is key, gang. I had to accept that she would never love me the way I wanted her to. I had to accept she was who she was. I had to accept that she allowed her husband to abuse me. I had to accept that she chose him over me. I had to accept it all. I did. But then I had to accept the fact that she was broken herself. She was abused herself, living in a time where she never had a voice of her own. I had to accept all these things and see the bigger picture, gang. And then I had to forgive her. And it really was never for her, it was for me. Because it set me free, gang, from the anger, the unforgiveness, the shame that I carried with me for years. It set me free from it, gang. So my forgiveness was never for her, it was for me. Because in holding on to the pain, the anger, I held on to the shame, the guilt, all of it. I held it on to it, gang. So that forgiveness that I gave to her was really selfish because it was for me. Yes, I forgave my partner. I forgave him for beating me constantly. He beat me, he cracked my ribs. While I was pregnant, while I was not, he beat me senseless. And I forgave him too, gang. I forgave him too. As a psychologist in me, I understand that abuse begats abuse. When do we stop it? We stop it and heal it with love. I don't need to have these people in my life, but I do need to forgive them, gang, and it's for me. Because I picked up on these patterns, unhealthy ones, and I started to become the abuser. For me to break this cycle and break this chain, I had to learn forgiveness. It was key. It was key for me. My tears is freeing. It's not one of sadness, gang. So don't think I'm sad. I'm not. I'm not sad. I'm not. I'm just free from all of that unhealthy energy, gang, that was contained within me for years. So absorbing what is not yours, absorbing energy that's not yours. Do you know for years I lived in that house and I thought it was me? It wasn't. It was my mum's pain. I was picking up on her pain. I was picking up on her not enoughness and thinking it was my own because she was projecting it at me too. But it was really coming from her and how she felt about herself. Because when she looked at me, gang, she saw herself. She saw her. I triggered some things inside of her that she wasn't healed from. So it was just a bouncing around of energies in that house. that I was picking up on, and I was absorbing and calling it my own, and it was messing with my mental health. It wasn't until I left that environment I was able to separate what was from what was not mine's. Because half of that energy was not mine's, gang. It was dark. Some of it was demonic. For my stepdad, it was so demonic. And I was picking it all up. I was looking for 666 in my head. I was picking it up, gang. Because I felt the evil, but I thought the evil was me. I felt it. But I absorbed it and thought it was me, gang. And I was looking for the Antichrist mark in my head. Because it had to be me. The empath in me had to be me. Okay. This message is kind of deep. It's kind of deep, right? So you've been struggling with life on this earth. And in your physical body. That's important. I can't specify it enough. I was not happy with my body. I'm still not. Because I was abused. So my tits stopped growing at 12. I still got 12-year-old tits. I still got a 12-year-old body, bruv. I still got my 12-year-old body. So yes, I was very insecure growing up about my body. Looking at everyone else with their developing bodies and stuff. My mouth, I was insecure about that. The stress had me break out in bumps, so my face was covered in bumps. It was crazy time for me. So empaths usually struggle with their body dysmorphia. So you may have body issues, gang. Acceptance of yourself, what you look like. 110%. So you may find yourself with bulimia, anorexia, eating disorders. You may even find yourself cutting yourself. Because I was that close. I'm not going to lie. But I used to rip my hair out. I used to punch myself. I'm going to be so transparent. I used to hit myself. So I used to make myself feel pain. Others will cut themselves. My friend used to cut herself. I had a child who did that. It's just a releasing of a pain that I can't express. You branded yourself. See, this is a form of self-sabotage. We've been taught to hurt ourselves. We've been taught to hurt ourselves. So we just pick up on the lesson that was taught to us. Rainbow children, gang. I hope you're listening to this message and understanding that it's not you. It's not you, gang. It's your calling. It's your purpose. It's part and parcel of the experience that you need to have while on this earth. Good or bad, negative or positive. You need duality. You need this dual energy. You need it. It's going to make up your experiences, gang. Because you're here for lifetimes, not just one, but many. Come on, it's the past experience that make us who we are. But yet we hide them. We're ashamed of them. And gang, we give our testimony to show others that we're not alone. But what did the devil do? The devil came into the churches and stole testimony. That's why I was out. In church, when they took away testimony time, I was gone. Because testimony was the only time that I could see what God was doing in other people's lives. Other than that, I couldn't see it. They were here every week at the restaurant getting prayed for. Until they opened up their mouth and told me, I would never understand it or know it. So I heard some amazing testimonies. I got to witness some of my own. I have some of my own too. So you should give a testimony, a testimonial of what you've been through. You shouldn't hide your story, because your story is going to encourage and empower someone else. This is what we mean by each one teach one, and the village raising our children. Our children are thinking we've never been through nothing. You're from Turkey. Wagwan. Turkey's in the house. I was in Bodrum last year. I love Bodrum. I'm coming back to Bodrum very soon. Bodrum is home to me. So when I go to Turkey, I will go back to Bodrum. I love Bodrum, gang. So let's get the message out. Because I feel I could be here for hours. I don't want to keep you here for hours. Be proud of your scars, gang. Be proud. More ruins exposed, yeah? Because when I went to Turkey, gang, I learned so much. I stood in the baptism pool where John said, yeah, Jesus is coming. Like, I stood in that pool where he baptized the Son of Man. I stood in that pool. I was in the house where Mary died, the mother of Yeshua. I was there. And she was as dark as me, gang. When I walked in that place, I'm not lying. These people were bowing down. I'm not lying to you. They were bowing. They were like treating me like a goddess, gang. They were treating me like a god. When I was in Turkey, I was treated like a god. A god. I'm not going to lie to you. They know the truth in Turkey, gang. They know the truth. The true history is there. So I would urge you to go to these places, Turkey, Greece, Egypt. A lot of truth is held there, gang. Thank you, Amelia. But I never knew the power until I got there and I saw the way people reacted to me. It was humbling, gang. It was so humbling. Because I know they take pictures anyway, but it was the reaction. It was the things that was being said and prophesied into my life. And just the way that God ordered my steps into that baptism pool, into Mary's home, I never even knew that it was in Turkey. I didn't know. When I booked the excursions, I didn't know I was going there. I didn't know. I thought I was going to go see some ruins. I didn't know what I was going for. But God knew why he was bringing me to Turkey. With my daughter called Crystal. Gang, gang. Most valuable player. Thank you. Serena. God bless you and your seed. So allow yourself to be led. Because I didn't know why I went to Turkey, gang. I didn't know. But when I got there, I found out. I was there to remember some things. To be activated as well. Because I was activated. I went into Cleopatra's pool. Do you know that God brought me to Cleopatra's pool? And that pool is healing. So when I went into that pool, gang, I could feel it. It was, I can't explain it. There's pictures of me with a wing on, with wings on. And in that picture, I was in Cleopatra's pool. They also took me to a stadium. A stadium. And I was at the bottom and there were seats all around. And just like that, I got the vision. Diana, I'm going to bring you in front of millions. You are going to speak to millions. They had me standing there and everyone was on the seats. And they were just looking at me, gang, and I felt crazy. It was crazy to me. But in that minute, I got the revelation that God is bringing me to millions. Even though I'm not comfortable with it, I'm not. You may think that I'm comfortable with it, but I'm not, gang. I'm very nervous. I have to pray. I have to worship before I even come out because I get nervous. I kick over the stand. I kick over the ring light. I start to shake. I panic. All these things take place before I even press live. I'm like Michael. Get on stage and I'm in purpose, but off stage, I'm very nervous. Very nervous, very kind of not sure about what God wants from me. But once I get on it, I just know. I just know what I need to say, what I need to give to you. I just know, gang. I don't plan it, it just comes. Shannon. And that's my sister. Shannon is my sister. One thing about Shannon, what she's thinking, I'm thinking. She knows it. The day I met her. The Gold Nation Charity. Oh my God. Charity, I love you, gang. My Gold Nation, I'm going to do something off the chart for you. You see the Gold Nation? Because there's only like 1 or 2 or 3 of you, gang, I'm going to do something special for you. So anyone in that category of the Gold Nation right there, sir, you're going to get something that no one else is going to get. Not even the bronze, not even the silver will get it, gang. just you, okay, for being gold. All right, thank you, Charity. Thank you, gang. And for believing in me, gang, because I only just put a video out. It took me long to do it because of my phone. They've been fighting me, gang. They've been fighting me, but I'm up for the fight. That's one thing I know how to do is fight, gang. I've transmuted from the physical into the spiritual, but I'm a fighter, gang. That's one thing I've had to do my entire life. How do you become a gold member? I'm not sure. There's a link, okay. If you go to the description box, because I don't know how to do it from here, but in the description box, there is a link. The first 2 lines, copy and paste that link. It will bring you to the membership. You can choose either bronze, silver, or gold. Whatever you can afford, whatever you're drawn to, gang. I will love you regardless. All right? Oh, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Gang, gang. 11:44 on the clock. So due to your highly sensitive nature, so you're very sensitive, empathic starseeds struggle with being on Earth and also in their physical bodies. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. Many are prone to addictions. What did I tell you? Many are prone to addictions. Don't worry, Raffia. Just your energy is good enough. Many empathic starseeds become addicted to something or someone in their lifetimes. So, gang, stop being so hard on yourself. If you are struggling with this right now, you are still a chosen starseed, gang. You're just trying to escape a reality. That's it. But you need to accept your reality, gang. Acceptance is key. And I'll be waiting for you, Rafael, whenever that day is, gang. Until then, gang, I still love you just the same. So many are prone to addictions. All right? And depression. Addictions and depression, many empathic starseeds are prone to this. And they tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone by themselves. That's why you see me by myself a lot. Or in small groups. Small groups or by yourself. Anything bigger than that, it becomes a little bit overwhelming. You don't do well in these settings at all. You're always the outsider of the group. Crowds can be very overwhelming for you as so much energy is involved. So when this card comes to my empaths, gang, they want you to consider lightening your energetic load. Lightening it, gang. Do not put yourself under so much pressure to go out into the world all the time. I gotta do this, I gotta do this. No, you don't. Sometimes you gotta sit your ass down by yourself at home. At least get to know your own energy first before you start mixing with others, because then you will know what's yours and what's not yours. You can start rejecting it. Start siphoning through it, gang. But get to know yourself. When we say that's your energy, get to know your energy. Very important. So you don't mistake someone else's as yours. It's the best thing to be alone now, Raffia. You can't let yourself down. You can, but you won't. Exactly where God takes you, Amila, that's where you'll go. Come on. Where he leads me, where she leads me, I will follow. We sang it in church. Where he leads me, I will follow. Where he leads me, I will follow. That song go? Oh, Diana, what's the song? Because I don't know what tomorrow brings. Something like that. But where he leads, I will follow, gang. You learn to go within and rely on God when you're alone. Come on. That's your main issue or anxiety. Gang, gang. All right. So you're prone to addictions and you're prone to depression. So you're not different, gang. Being suicidal is a normal thing for an empathic starseed. To be depressed is an everyday thing, gang. As it's either your depression or someone else's you're picking up on. You're depressed because of the state of the world can get you depressed as an empathic starseed. Doesn't have to be nothing really major to get you depressed here, again. You take on so much. All right. So don't put yourself under too much pressure to do too much, to be around too much people, to be in your family settings when you know they're going to drain your energy. Some of you, I have to show up. Why? So they can drain you. Why do you have to show up? So they can drain you, right? Because without you, they don't have no ideas. There's no energy in the room. You bring the energy to the room. Without it, it's a bunch of miserable folks, right? Draining the energy out of the one person who is not miserable. Figure it. So you don't need to be gentle with yourselves. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. All right? Because some of you, all right, for me, there are some people that I have to be around. And I know they're going to drain the hell out of me. So I prepare myself for this. I prepare myself for it. You know who they are, the people in your family, your circle. They be draining as hell. Their number shows up on the phone. Oh my God, they're going to speak about him again. They're going to speak about her. Those people. It's either 7117, you tell them the truth. You are jarring me now. Or you get your spirit ready, your energy ready to absorb this and release it. Because you ain't going to take on their energy, gang. I'm going to be a friend to you, but I'm not going to become your mood. I'm not going to become as miserable as you are because you're miserable. How about that? I'm going to listen to your problem, but I'm not going to allow it to become my problem. Yeah? Because a lot of our friends and family want their problem to be our problem, but it's not. It's your problem. I'm going to help you with it, but it's not going to become my problem. It's not going to become a part of my world, my energy, or my personality. This is what I'm going to differentiate. I'm going to make sure there's a clear distinction here. Right, so some people you do have to help, you do have to heal. But just understand when you're going in there, you're separating your energy from theirs from the start. And as you come out, you're going to ground yourself again because you've now absorbed some energy that's not yours. I'm going to go and give it back to Mother Gaia. I'm going to put my feet in the earth and ask her to take it from me. I'm going to get on my knees and pray. Because as you see, when the pastors are preaching, or the preachers, the first thing they do after they preach is to pray. That is a form of grounding. We don't talk about it, but it is. Even in the church, they ground themselves. They preach. Before they preach, they pray. That's grounding. Then I preach the word. And then I will ground again. I'll go on my knees again. To ask Spirit to take this energy away from me now. So we're letting go and we're letting God in every given situation. Not just one, not just two, but in your relationship. The one that you can't fix. Ask God to fix it. You have to release some things for it to come back to you. 110%, gang. Even my children, I had to let some of them go for them to find out that I had their best interests at heart. Because no matter what I was saying, a wall, sometimes you got to let go. You got to step back so you can be heard, so someone can get the message. Because like some people in my life, even me, you can tell me something and I might not hear you straight away, but give me a day. I will go to my bed and I will think about it. Think about it. And if it's true for me, I will absorb it, gang, and I will come back. So give people time to absorb as well. And I just believe for you as well, whenever you're around people that are negative, make sure you allow enough time for you to release this energy and don't take it into the rest of your day. Because you'll be surprised how you wake up. You'll wake up and someone will get you into a bad mood. But really, they didn't get you into a bad mood. You allowed them to because they were in a bad mood. They came to you. You accepted this reality. And there you go about your day in a bad mood. No, gang. From that point on, you understand that's them, miserable. Want you to be miserable too. And I refuse to accept your energy as my own. So I reject it. It's quite as simple as that. It's a choice. Because Up until a point in my life, I was making unconscious choices. Subconsciously, guys. But they were choices regardless, though. So I want you to consciously make choices now and be mindful of your subconscious choices at this time, because you're subconsciously accepting something that doesn't need to be accepted. A reality, a situation, a relationship, a behavior, whatever it is, okay? Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off of your plate. If it means you got to let some people go, then oh well, you're going to have to do that. Switch off to switch back on. Switch off to switch back on. Sometimes you got to switch off all these devices. You got to switch off in your mind just so that we can switch back on physically, spiritually again. Because sometimes we've got so much going on. We've got to really just stop. For me, it's about sometimes just stopping, putting a pause on everything and centering yourself, again, because I become overwhelmed when I take on too much things. Because I want to do so much. But in the end, I end up doing nothing. I end up doing nothing at all because I'm overwhelmed with the amount of things that I want to do. So sometimes you need to scale down the amount of things you're trying to do and tackle one thing at a time, one problem, one thing. I say about your learning as well. Because when I was learning in uni, I tried to learn the whole subject. No, take a bite size of your subjects. One little thing every day. If it's tarot, take one card a day and meditate on that card. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm just going to learn her for today. I'm not going to try to learn the whole deck in one day, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to meditate on this one card. I'm going to get to know this one card. So take it as much as you can take it. My bite size might be bigger than yours. It's how my mouth is, isn't it? My mouth might be bigger than yours, gang. So I might take more than you do. So just take what you can afford to take, what you can. Gang. Switch off to switch back on. I've done it many times. That's why you see I put up spiritual maintenance. That's me switching off. I'm done. I don't give any notice. You just see the next post, spiritual maintenance. I'll be back soon. I'm out. One day I wake up and I'm out. It will not be a planned thing. I will wake up one day and I'll just be like, I'm out. It's time for me to take 5 minutes a day, 5 days, a week, a month, whatever it is. Just know when things are becoming too much and overwhelming that you need to switch off. Because sometimes we feel the need to be so loyal and keep showing up to the detriment of your mental health, of your spiritual health. I kept doing that. I kept showing up, not understanding that it was chipping away at my confidence. Every time I showed up for them, it reaffirmed to me that I wasn't loved. I was showing up for people that wasn't showing up for me. So your loyalty means nothing to people that are not loyal, gang. So you might think your loyalty is everything, but to unloyal people, your loyalty is nothing. Give energy to those that are giving energy to you. Give the energy to those that are giving energy to you. Show me your circle. It says a lot about you. I told you. It's either they're taking energy away from you because they just want it to elevate them and their status, their circumstance, or they are giving it to you. It's reciprocated. It's a giving and a taking, and it's a beautiful thing when it's like that. I found it with you. This could be a phase that you're going through, or it could simply be you being called to live your life, how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something back for yourself. Because you don't just keep giving and giving and giving. And when you turn around, you ain't got nothing left for yourself. No love, no time, and no money. No energy. Now, I've been helping everyone build their bloody businesses and stuff. When it comes to mine, I don't have the energy for it. This is what happened to me. True story. I was so busy trying to elevate everyone else, I didn't have time to grow my own. I didn't. put the classes together. I was falling asleep while I was doing it. This is what was happening, why my classes wasn't out. I was so caught up in helping you, I forgot a bit about myself. So Spirit brought me back and said, Dana, no. I still got more work for you. I'm still expanding you. So you need to claw some of this energy back for yourself, because you can't keep giving it to everyone. They're going to keep on constantly wanting it. It's never going to be enough. There's always going to be someone else who wants your energy. There's 107,000 on TikTok, 42 over here. There's always going to be someone that wants my time, my energy, and I'm going to have to learn to say no sometimes. Because there's things that I need to do for myself, for my business, for my family. So this is what it is, gang. Has a very good way of humbling us, gang. You don't need to transmute all the energy, you don't. It's okay to look after your own growth and your own healing before feeling that you should look after the world. Do you know that? I think it's best that you start with yourself. I think it's best that you start with yourself before you even try to heal the world. How about starting with the person in the mirror, gang? It's necessary if you want to continue to do it sustainably. So if you want to have a sustainable lifestyle, you need to learn to heal yourself first. Put energy into yourself before you can even put it into others. That's why I keep saying, stop expecting all these things from others that you cannot expect from yourself. If you're asking for everything that you can't get from you, gang, then you need to look at you. You are the problem. Because you're expecting something you cannot even deliver to yourself, for yourself. So the first commitment that you should ever have is with yourself. With yourself. With yourself, gang. Not to the man, not to the woman, but to you. Let's go through these cards really fast, because Spirit has me here, and I swear, we're in portal energy, gang. Doors are opening for you. That's why I'm so passionate today. I don't want you to miss this opening, because as it opens, it closes, gang. These portals are not here forever. They're not. Use this opportunity. Doors are opening in your life. I put a reading out on TikTok. I saw keys today. Keys to the house. That's mine. Could be yours too. Keys to the car. Keys to the lifestyle. Keys to elevation. Keys to whatever it is you're looking for. There's doors opening for you to walk through here. You decide. This is a wild card. It could be anything you want it to be. Rewards are coming in for you, gang. It's time to reap the rewards. Who am I speaking to? My golden children. And what is happening in your life? The great severing. I am severing you from what no longer serves you. If it's the man, so be it. If it's the woman, so be it. If it's your children, so be it. If it's the old you, so be it. But I'm going to sever you. I'm going to break you away. I'm going to break you away from them. I'm going to break some of you off of from you. So the great severing is happening. The culling. The taking away before I multiply something into your life. I'm going to take some things away. Before I add something, I'm going to take it away again. So portal energy, doors are opening for my collective who resonates as an empathic starseed. This is for you. You're the golden child. And when I watched Eddie Murphy, I resonated with that movie so much. I watched it a million times. Not that much, but yeah. And I remember about the Akashic record being written within him. All over his body, right? That's you. You're the... What did it say? You're the messenger sent with messages for the world. I believe we're in a time where Herod, and Herod is the powers that be, is looking for you. Looking for you. I'm looking to destroy you. I'm looking to kill you because you are now being activated. You're a sleeping cell. Just like Moses was. He was a sleeping cell. His mother knew she had to get him out. She had to put him in a basket and put him on the river to save his life. But he was taken into the palace, right? That river brought him to the palace. This is a message for you to allow this to flow. To let go and let God, because you don't understand your you have no idea of your destination. But I'm telling you, the rivers of life is bringing you towards an ending that you could never expect for yourself. You could never see it coming, gang. You love that movie, watch it again. And just think about how you could put a baby on a river and that baby found its way to the palace. Right into the palace, gang. Just like David did. Just like so many underdogs did. Because they were all the underdogs. They were meant to die. They weren't meant to be here. They were meant to be here. This is your story. Doors are opening up for you, gang. And I don't want you to miss them. This is a wild card. If you play cards, this is the Joker in the deck. And if you know the Joker can be anything. You can make it be anything. This is your wild card. This is where the impossible becomes possible for you. I told you where 2 or 3 of us are gathered here. The possibilities are limitless. Left hand, as these doors are being activated as I speak in the spiritual realm, and they will start to manifest into your reality, gang. I promise you this. So Portal, you decide whether you want to go through these doors or not. It's uncomfortable, it's scary. You don't know what's on the other side of that door. But it's exciting though. You're being asked to step into your unknown. Job, again and again, gang. Job was so uncomfortable. And I started it, but I didn't finish it. The story of Job. He was so uncomfortable. He didn't understand why God chose him. There's so much prophets out here, but why did God choose me, a pauper, to bring messages to people that don't have no respect for me? They don't respect me. So how can I go and say God said? They're not going to believe me. This is what Job thought. So Job ran away. But God got the shark, the whale, to swallow Job up. Because when I start something, I'm going to finish it within you. I am. Doesn't matter what you think about it. Doesn't matter what you perceive about it, because you are underestimating me or yourself. I can see the dream. I can see the purpose within you. And I've given you a mission that you are going to complete, even if you don't want to do it. Because I didn't want to do it. But I was snatched up, and so are you. Just like Job, God snatched him up, put him in the belly of the whale, and brought him to where he wanted him to go. Because Job would not go. Job would not go. My mum would say, long run, short catch. So you could keep running, but in the end, gang, you're still going to end up where you need to be. All paths lead you to home. There are many ways to get there. Choose a path, because they will all lead you back to yourself, to home. Jonah, that's it. It was Jonah, that's it. Jonah, the belly of the whale. Thank you for that, Monica. Job is the one that was tested. I spoke about Job last week. Last week we spoke about Job. Job was tested by the devil and God. They were having some little game on whether Job would, what is it? Disrespect God, right? That's what Job was. So took away Job's family, Job's life. All of these things were taken away. A bit like you. Losing my family, losing my mind, losing my mental health, my physical health, my sight. So much things I'm losing. But what are you gaining? Knowledge, insight, and power, and purpose. And purpose. That's what Job gained in the end. He gained a legacy, gang. To this day, we speak about Job. Even though Job lost so much, his testimony stands today. Why do I sound like I got a cold? I don't have a cold. Lost everything to gain it all. Come on. What is a man if he loses his soul to this world, gang? He's nothing. Some of you are selling yourself short for materialistic things, and this is what we call selling your soul. When you sell yourself short, you might as well sell your soul, gang. So portal energy, you decide what you want to do, but we want you to consciously make some conscious decisions, gang. Because to this point, some of you have been subconsciously doing what you've been doing and not understanding why things are happening to you. So it's about waking up Wake it up. Reading the energy around you, within you. Because energy is everything, gang. It's everywhere. And you are able to read it and decipher it for yourself. But the thing is that you need to trust the message that you're getting from the energy that you are receiving here. Very relevant. My words are getting mixed up. Very relevant. So portal energy, let's get it. It's time to get grounded, gang. It's time to get grounded. Whenever my words start to go, it's time for me to go outside. Mother Earth is calling me. Doors are opening up, Starseeds. You decide. Great rewards are here. This is a wild card. Doors are opening up for you. Thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. So be mindful of focusing on, because you are growing it. The fear, you're growing it. The problems, you're growing it. So be mindful, okay? Planets are aligning in your favor. Planetary alignments, gang. The timing is right. The universe is saying yes to you. You have the mind touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. King Midas. That's another story. Your hard work. And I saw it. The angel number 4040, I saw it. If you go back, whenever you do go back, when the timer hits 4040, think about, look at what I was saying. And you will see me look up at the timer, because I was going to say it right then. Your hard work is about to be rewarded. The angel number 4040 confirms this. This is a time when you can now start to reap rewards for work, things that you've done in your past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. So something that would take you 10 years can take you 5. 111 on the clock. Great leaps can be made in personal and professional careers, gang. Extreme transformation can occur. So you could change your whole life. Gang, in this energy, gang, I want you to tap into it. You can go from being poor to rich. You could change your story in an instant, gang. But it's got to start here. Tap into your imagination and start manifesting now. Then apply yourself. Do not limit yourselves. Your granddaughter started dancing in your arms and I said that. Yeah. So this is the time where you can reap the rewards for all the efforts made in the past. You can also achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can and will occur. This I promise you. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's going to take so long for me to rebuild it. No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't. 1212. You are connected to God, to source. It won't. Some of you, 6 months tops. 6 months. That will take someone 6 years, 6 months. I give you 6 months to extremely transform your entire life. I believe that you will change the world. I believe it, Master. Do you believe it? Now go and do it, gang. Go and do it. One step at a time, one word at a time. This is how change occurs. Small, small, gang. And it becomes something big. All right? You are swimming with the cosmic currents of life. So please do not go against these currents. Remember I told you, like you're Moses, I'm bringing you to the palace, from the pit to the palace. You are swimming with the cosmic currents of life. Gang, do not resist this. Do not try to swim against the current. You're going to fail anyway. Have you tried to swim against the currents? It's going to carry you to the palace. Because I know you'd be in the pits right now. The pit of depression. Are you there? The pit of bankruptcy. The pit of addictions. What pit are you sitting in right now? Because we're about to raise you up and bring you into the palace where you belong. Because you belong in the palace, gang. But you've accepted your brokenness as part of your personality, as part of your situation. And it's not part of your... It wasn't. It was part of your path. Part of the lesson. Part of the exercise. But it was never supposed to be part of you. You're supposed to elevate beyond the circumstance, not become it. 111. You became it. You fulfilled a self-fulfilling prophecy. You made it be. The power of you. They said you was no good, you became no good. They said you was this, you became that. You did it. Consciously or subconsciously, you did it. Now undo it. Undo it. 771111. So much miracles waiting to pour into your life. 1111. Energetic gateways are here. You are Moses. Exactly. Lay down your staff, gang. You can open up the rivers. You can feed the 10,000. Why do you limit yourselves? Why? You have the power. You do. From one fish, you can feed many. You can. I want you to change your perception, the way you're seeing it. You are the modern day Messiah, the modern day Yeshua, the modern day Moses. It's you. It's you. Who did you think you was? I created you in my image. I created so much of you in my image. So if they killed you, there would be another you. There'll be another one and another one and another one. They can't kill you all. They can't kill you all. You are all my mouthpiece. You all are speaking my messages in different languages and different tones, in different ways. You choose where you deliver these messages. Spiritually, religiously, you choose that. But you are a messenger. And I'm opening doors that no man can shut. They can't shut it, not even you. I tried to shut my door. They won't allow me to. They won't allow me to. Because when there's a calling on your life, it has to be completed through you. It has to be. So portal energy. Are you ready to walk on through these doors now? Not sure where it's bringing you to, gang, but it's where you need to be. Nalo. They brought you here, gang, because they know. Add some, they are here. So you've got the Midas touch. Anything that you touch turns to gold. So I'm telling you, you better start touching the lives of the people that are important to you. You better start doing the things that you want to do, because in this energy right here, going through March, from May into June, gang, they said anything you touch, and my gut, Virgo, will turn to gold. It will turn to gold. It will be successful, gang. I literally feel sick. What experiences would you like to have? Think about it. What would you like to have? What would you like to achieve? Keep it in your mind. What do you want to create? What new adventures would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus now. Use this moment in time wisely as we're all gathered together. This is a big manifestation. I'm starting to sweat. Something is shifting. Something is happening. I can't explain it. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and your thinking at this time. Projects that you have been working on are now going to come to full fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. Your armpits are sweaty, so is mine, gang. This card has come to confirm that it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do much. It says you just have to be you. You have to show up. That's it. So you figure out, what do I have to do to be my pet? Nothing. Be you, be yourself. Stop trying to be everyone else. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into your new reality. This is the door. Now is the time. The time is now to make those big changes. Michael said it. Make the change. Gonna make the change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Be your authentic self. That's all that's been asked of you. Not the watered down version, but the raw version of you, gang. Because as you know, anything in its raw entirety is more potent. We don't want the watered down version of anything. We don't want it. It's synthetic. We don't want it. We want the raw version of you. So if you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality that you've been looking for. Just be you, gang. They've been trying to change you for years, lifetimes. We just want you to be yourselves. That's it. Now is the time. The time is now to make some big changes in your life, in your relationships. So if you've been guided to come here, then I'm going to tell you it's time to start switching things up. You are extremely well supported right now, 1212, by God, the angels, and your ancestors. So use this energy and jump right on in. What would you like most to experience? Do it. And I promise you, you will achieve it. You will. You'll become it, gang. And I'm speaking to the golden children. The golden children of the corn. The ones who were chosen. Who carry the Akashic records within their DNA. In a child. And this is where I might trigger you a little bit, but I'm going to have to do it. In a child. Tenderness. Innocence. Rare gifts. So most of my empathic starseeds, if not all of you, you were traumatized in your childhood. Most of you went through some type of sexual abuse. Most of you would have been raped by someone that you would have loved or known or trusted. Through the breaking, there was a making. He says, you are a rare gift to the world. You are a rare gift to the world. Your gifts are rare, gang. See that empathy that you have? That you thought everyone had? They don't. It's rare. It's rare. See that unconditional love that you have? Not everyone has it. It's rare. You are rare, gang. That's why you're not like them. So you're rare. You're a rare breed. Set apart. The children of the Son. Who is the Son? Father God. Father God is the Son. So you are children of God. Let's take it to the bridge. Children of God, rise up. Do you know who you are? God says, I chose you. Before I put you in your mother's womb, I already knew who you was. I chose you for the missions that you are on right now, as well as you choosing them for yourself. You are the essence of his love. The Sun God, gang. And look, that's the one opening the door. That's who's got the door opened for you to walk on through, bruv. Sis. So healing the inner. So I do believe that a lot of your childhood traumas are coming up. Not so you can sit down and be depressed. It's not. It's so you can elevate beyond these experiences, gang, and start to help and heal people that are still going through what you went through. You didn't go through these things for no reason. You may think so, but you didn't. You're here to help, to heal, to teach, to encourage, to empower others along their journeys, gang. A journey you've already completed or completing as I speak. So I see the inner child because we've got the great severing. And this is the point of where you start to accept the thing that's happened in your childhood and you start to sever away the people and the energies that were complicit in these things. Because there's some people that were involved here that you now need to let go of. You love them, but you let them go. You've learned the lessons that you need to learn from these individuals. They may have your blood, but they are not related to you, gang. Should I say it again? They may have the same blood as you, but they are not related to you on a spiritual level. They're not your spiritual family. They're your blood family, gang. That's two different things. Two different things. And because we were taught in schools, in man-made schools, we seem to think that our blood families take precedence. They don't. Our spiritual families do. They do. Turkey. They do. Why do you keep saying you're in Turkey? Can you stop saying it now? I said it already. I knew you was there. Can we stop saying that? So the golden children, let's give you the message and we're going to quickly just finish off this reading. Because we've been here for over an hour, nearly 2, gang. And I'm not even halfway through with you. So I'm going to make it another part 2 to this message. I'm going to have to. There's going to be a part 2 to this message, gang. It's very in-depth and quite deep for some. Not everyone will get it because it's not for you. The Sun God, gang, which is Father God. Father Abraham has many sons, and many sons has Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. Clap, clap, something, something. Left hand, right hand. Not letting you see or hear the stream. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar, Sareem. But you can watch it back, gang. You can watch it back. The beauty of YouTube, you can watch it back. Do you remember that song? It was for you, gang. It was for you. It was for you. So the golden children, that's who you are. My starseeds, my empaths. Have you seen The Golden Child? Have you watched the movie where Eddie Murphy had to look after this child, this Chinese boy who was the golden child? That's you. You are that Chinese boy. And your spiritual team is Eddie Murphy, doing everything that they can to keep you safe, protected, out of the way of the devil, the powers that be that are trying to destroy you, because you are bringing a message to the world. And the message is not outside of you, it's on you, it's within you. So I gotta destroy you before you give this message, because it's inside of you, gang. You were sent here with it. If you haven't seen it, can you go back and watch it, please? It's so important, that message. When you was watching it, you didn't get it, but you resonated with the movie. There's a reason, because you are that golden child. You are. The message was written on his back, but in essence, it's really written within you, in your spirit. That's why they can't destroy it. They got to destroy you. Trying to destroy you, gang, because they can't destroy your spirit. So I got to destroy the body that houses the spirit, you. By the food I give to you, the information, I will let you destroy yourself by giving you false information about yourself, about your history. The golden children. Am I speaking to you? Told you, when you're walking in your calling, there's nothing that no one can do. You just know it. I can do many readings, but when I do a spiritual reading, I know that's where I'm supposed to be. Like the movie, The Book of Eli. Yeah, his Bible was blank because it was within him. You don't keep looking to this Bible. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but God's words are written in here. I put them in you. So no man can mess with these words, gang. They're here in you, in your spirit. That's why when you read something that doesn't make no sense, it don't make no sense. It doesn't. Remember what I told you? These books are written and rewritten by a man sent to throw you off of your path and your purpose. To not make you know who you are. To tell you that you're someone else, something else. That's it. It's a lot of lies within the truth. The Bible did say that they will sow tares amongst the wheats. So they will sow lies in amongst the truth, gang. The truth has got to be told. But I'm also going to put it in amongst the lie so you can decipher it. 1, 1, 1, 1. All the ones was up there. Gang. So you need to use your discernment. Something that was given to you. Discernment, gang. This is the thing that says it doesn't sound right. It don't feel right. That means something ain't right, gang. They leave out the truth as well. Come on. They do it in your library books. They do it in your library books. They only put in there what they want you to know. And they take the rest out. Same with the Bible. There's more than 66 books, gang. There's more than 66 books. We got the book of Enoch for starters, gang. They took it out. Why? Because it holds knowledge that they don't want you to have. It empowers you. They only give you knowledge that will trap you. Keep you as a slave in the mind. That's why people will say religion is slavery. It's not. It's the way it's been taught to you. It's the way it's been taught to you, gang. Seek the truth in everything. In everything. So the golden child. I gave you free will. This is the one thing I gave to you is free will. Use it. Use your free will and stop going along with what he said and she said. Find out for yourself. Because if I break it down, the Bible is someone's version of events. You're going to have a version of how you perceived me. Will it be right? Will it? You can write a whole chapter and a verse about the Virgo Tarot. Will you be right about your analogy of me? Will you be wrong? Who's to say? That's the Bible. God never put his hand and wrote nothing. The only thing in there is the commandments which was given to Moses. Everything else is third-hand knowledge. And we know how that goes. Chinese whispers. By the time I whisper that shit and come back round, it's not even the same message that I gave. That's the Bible. It's not the same message that was given. In the beginning, there was the word. Gang, we are going to fail because of our lack of knowledge. Our lack to seek out the knowledge. It's there. But the fact that we're just eating it and not really looking for it. See, if you don't look for something, you're going to take what's given to you. You're just going to take it. You're not going to look for nothing more. There's so much more. The biggest blessing, your name is the revelation of God. Come on, Miss Bad. I thought I was named after Diana, the white woman. No, my name is Goddess. The name Diana is the goddess, Diana. That name holds so much weight. So it was deeper than what I actually initially thought it was. Even my mother didn't understand why she named me Diana. She picked that name without the understanding of the name was coming from God. In the beginning, the word was God and it was God. Come on, it formed. Do you know the power in your mouth? Do you know the power you hold? That's why they be getting you to always curse yourself. The amount of curses you put on yourself and your own families is crazy. Gang, be careful of your mouth. It literally means divine. Wow. So we got the golden children. And that's who I'm speaking to, because I know I feel it in my spirit. We are all part of the same family, gang. They try to separate us, keep us apart. But look, they can't stop a good thing. They can't. You're in Africa. I'm in UK. You're in America. You're in Jamaica. But we are here together. They cannot stop what God has started, gang, through us. God is the tree, the vine, and we are just the branches. Doesn't matter where we are placed in the world or displaced in the world, because some of us was displaced in the world. We will always find our way back home. We will always find our way back home, guys. That's why you shouldn't fight it. You shouldn't fight it. Your spirit knows where to go, but your human man will fight it for what it thinks that it knows, which is near enough nothing. It's a lifetime of knowledge, but your spirit has a lifetime of knowledge, guys. It's been here many times. Words are power, gang. But what's the first thing they taught us in school? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. What a bunch of cobwallop. That's what they told you at 3. Words will never hurt you. What hurts the most is the words. He beat me up, but his words stung me the most. It's the things he was telling me while he was beating me that are ingrained in my spirit. I got over the beating, but I couldn't get over what he said. So words hurt. So be mindful of yours, especially what you say about yourself. Especially what you're saying about your find this golden children anywhere. I don't know why you're hiding it from me. But we're going to find you. We're going to find you. Oh, that's a message. You've been hidden. You hear that? Hiding. I feel like that's your story. You feel like you've been hidden, but I feel like you was hidden. I had to hide you. Just like Moses was hidden. Because if I didn't hide you, guys, they would have killed you a long time ago. They would have killed you. So I had to hide you in that family. In those places where they would never find you, guys. I had to make sure that you came to full fruition so you could deliver my message. Because they've been trying to kill you since the day you were born. Some of you know this. You've been one thing after another trying to take you out. And you're like, what's going on? Because just as God knew you, the devil knew who you was too. I knew who you was. The devil said, the minute you was born, I knew who you was. So I've been preying you. I sent my legions after you, one after the other, to take you out, to take you down. And you're still here. You're still here. Why are you still here? Why are you still alive? I threw everything I got at you. Why are you still here? Why do you still have faith? These are what the devil is asking about you right now. Knowing your story. Knowing what you've been through and what you've had to face here. Your mother tried to sacrifice you. Come on. It happened to me. I was sold just like Jesus was sold for pieces of gold. I was sold for money. Do you think when I sit back and think about how I ended up at 9 years old in this old man's house? How did I end up there? How did I end up there? I was brought there and left there at 9 in a stranger's house for him to abuse me. What for? I didn't get nothing. So I do believe that as empath, Starseed, you do become a sacrificial lamb. I told you, you're modern day Jesus. You're modern day Yeshua. You're modern day Moses. So how can you not get sacrificed? Huh? How can you not get betrayed by the same people you were feeding, you were loving on? Come on. How not? If it's good enough for Yeshua, it's good enough for you. Ain't it? So the golden children, the children of the sun. Golden children. Children of the sun. Got me lying down. You just got me lying down. Are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnated increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember their mission from a young age. That's why from a young age, you wanted to save the world. Just like Abraham, Father Abraham. We came from Abraham, guy. Many sons. I'm one of them. And so are you. So from a young age, you wanted to save the world, heal the world, all this stuff. This is you knowing. You knowing. Did you want to save the world, gang? Because not every child wants to save the world. They don't. Some kids want to be policemen, supermen, all this stuff. Did you want to save the world? This is you. So you knew from a young age. Just didn't know how. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to. And they begin answering and sharing it early in life. I told you, from 3 years old, I was singing on stages. I was ministering through worship. So I would make grown people cry. With this little baby voice that I had, me and my little cousin, just us two singing on these stages. And it was kind of crazy. When I look back now, we were being primed to sing and talk in front of people. And I wasn't even sure why. But we were doing it, gang. My mom would put me on the stage and say, sing. And I would be so scared I want to wet myself, but I did it. And I would see grown folks cry. So we were ministering to them as children, gang. Because do you know your children can minister to you? My children have ministered to me on many days. If it wasn't for my daughter, I would have never got saved. I followed her into the pool. We was in Ruach, and she was going to get baptized as a Enoch. And I followed her. We got baptized in the same pool together. Together, gang. So your children can be the ministers to you. They can be the one that come in and reparent you, show you how to be a parent, show you what love looks like, what it doesn't look like. And you can be that child to your parent too, gang. Because a lot of us are these children to our parents. Our parents are not parents to us. We are here to be the parent to them, even though we are the child. It's so unfair, I know. But you've been here before. It's not your first rodeo, gang. It's not your first rodeo. Untainted by the world. Before they touched you. Before they broke you, gang. Due to your unique intelligence, because you're so intelligent, but I'm not measuring it by education systems. So forget about the education system. That's not the intelligence I'm talking about. You was intelligent for your age. You was an old soul. You were speaking and thinking about things that a child should not be thinking about and speaking about. This is intelligence. Not the book intelligence. ABCs. No, not that. That's easy. We're talking about intelligence beyond your years. 5 near-death experiences. And do you know what? I actually believe that once you have a near-death experience like I have as well, I do believe you open up portals. Portals are then opened up. Even when you're abused, I do believe that demonic portals are then opened up through abusive situations. And it's so true for a starseed, because it's meant for us to cave in and self-sabotage. So I just believe that a lot of portals are opened up, and some of them are positive and some of them are not. They're just not. So once you go through this abuse, you'll find out that a lot of negativity starts to find its way towards you, because a portal has been opened up. Until you start to recognize and start healing from these things, relationships are all the same, gang. They're abusive. One way or another, verbal, financial, physical, whatever it is. So the golden children, gang. You may find yourself easily bored at school. That was me. Easily bored at school. So intelligent, I was bored at school, gang. School couldn't teach me nothing. I was very, the word wasn't confrontational, but I questioned everything, and my teacher didn't like it. I wouldn't accept what they were telling me, so I always had something to say. And my teachers hated me for this. I was hated. You think you know, I don't know it all, but I just feel like you don't know enough. I just felt like they didn't know enough. What I was learning wasn't what I was supposed to be learning. I was always asking for more, looking deeper in situations than I should have. For them, in the church, they called it blasphemous for the things that I was asking. But I'm a child. I have a right to ask. So when you want to silence me and say blasphemy, then I feel like it's an excuse because you don't have the answers to give to me. So you shut me down with blasphemy. But I interpret it as you didn't understand. You didn't have the knowledge to teach me. So you silenced me with the labels. And one of them was blasphemy. Blasphemy. You shouldn't say that. School, I was always bored. I was always getting in trouble, always doing lines because I was distracting the rest of the class now. Because I was bored. I was bored. I would often do my work quite quickly, make silly mistakes because I just knew it so good that I wouldn't double check it, which I should have. Taught to be seen and not heard. That was the first lesson I ever got in my life. Pow. Seen and not be heard. Followed up by a box, by a pinch, or a beating. That's your first lesson. And that was the most detrimentalist lesson that you ever learned. This is the one that stopped you from being you. It stopped you in your tracks. It silenced you. It stopped you. It made you shrink and become this quiet person. You stopped expecting. You stopped asking. You stopped, what's the word I'm looking for? Searching. You just started to accept what you was told, what you was given, because that's how you was grown. That's what you was taught. Some of us were taught with violence. So it was an extra precaution that we got the lesson. But this was handed down by our slave masters going to our parents. So whether you were black or white, we were all slaves. You may not have been taught that you was a slave, but you're a slave though. Just in case you didn't know. It's not just black people who are slaves, gang. We are all motherfucking slaves. Until you take yourself out of the matrix, you are a slave. And so was your ancestors. But they just want to teach you about black people. And we weren't all slaves, gang. We became slaves because our own people sold us into slavery. Always the way. It's an inside job. Right, so starseeds and golden children. You're easily bored at school. And most of you have never incarnated on earth before. And if you're not supported in the right way, you struggle. You will struggle with physical life here on this earth. You become addicted. You become abused. You become depressed again. So don't feel like you're doing something wrong, because you're not. It's part and parcel of being this empathic starseed that you are, gang. I'm freaking you out. I'm glad. Because you're not different. You're not crazy. You're not. You're a starseed, gang. You're a golden child. It's not easy for you to live in this world because you're not from it like they are. All right? So I just wanted you to know. Because a lot of you are like, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing, gang. It's just not going to be easy for you, that's all. It wasn't meant to be. So you are being called to mother, to father, or nurture a child, or maybe even your own inner child at this time. Maybe even your creative projects or ideas, or a new beginning, that portal that's opening up for you. To treat yourself and your new beginning with sweet, tender love. to nurture it like you would a baby, all right? And to nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach I can't say it, to reach adulthood. Because a lot of the time we sabotage our ideas, our dreams and hopes, thinking, oh my God, it's never going to work. So we scrap it and throw it in the bin. We haven't given it a chance to manifest fully into reality, gang. Leadership is not easy, exactly. And Rome was not built in a day, gang. And we're so used to this McDonald's culture of drive in, drive out, instant tea, instant coffee. We want it to be instant, gang. It's not instant. It takes time, preparation, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and faith. And it also takes consistency, endurance. All these things are all ingredients that is needed, gang. So there's going to be nothing instant about what you're doing or becoming here. So give your ideas a chance. Don't scrap them before they've even started here. Work on them, nourish them, and stop telling them to everyone. Because your biggest thing, your biggest downfall, I'm going to tell you because I had to learn. Your biggest downfall, and pregnant women, we know this. We don't tell no one that we're pregnant straight away. Because we know that jealous family, that jealous friend is going to and want you to lose your baby, gang. They're going to want you to miscarry the baby. So we've learned not to tell people about our pregnancies until it's safe to do so. The 3-month mark, the 9-month mark, whatever you feel is safe to do so. Stop telling people, because they are preying on your downfall, on the death of your baby. Your baby is your baby, your ideas, whatever it is, guys. You got to nurture it, protect it. Energy is everything. And when I say I'm going to do something sometimes, then people are like, oh my God. Then you see everyone else doing it before I can even do it. That's why I stopped announcing what I'm about to do. Because either people are running and doing it first, or they are praying against me, and it never comes to full fruition because things keep going wrong. So keep your mouth shut, please. If you value something or someone, your baby, your relationships, stop telling people about them. Stop telling your best friend about the D, about the pom-pom. Stop. Because that best friend wants the D. They want the pom-pom. Because their pom-pom or D is not as good, or they don't have none. Stop telling people your business. Do you understand? Because they be like smiling, but in the inside, gang, I'm planning, I'm scheming, I'm praying. It's the human side of them, gang. So be mindful. We always want what we can't have, what we don't have. So you've been called to give your ideas a chance before you sabotage them, before you bin them, because don't look like they're working. Do you know what? Think about a plant. People are evil, gang. Trust me. And because we're empaths, we just think everyone's like us. No, they're not. Some people are innately evil. They don't business. They just are. They can't help it. It's just embedded in them. And you'll meet some people like that. But think about a plant. When you plant a seed, if you was to stand and watch it, you would never see the growth. You would never see it. You would never see any growth. Why? Because it's happening under the soil. And this is true for you. Most of the growth, you're not going to see it, gang. You're just going to wake up one day and be like, oh my God, I've grown so much emotionally, mentally, physically. You're just going to experience it. It's like me. I didn't see things happening. I just woke up one day and said, oh wow, I've done so much growing. I can see the growth now. So while we're going through something, we might not see it. But you see, when you reflect on something, hindsight, you can actually see how far you've come, the growth that you've achieved. All right, that's what that lens is for. It's not for you to look back at and feel sorry for yourself. The rear view of your mirror in your car is to check for hazard, gang. That's what it's for. To look back and see how far you've come. But you can't see where you're going through that mirror, can you? That mirror that looks back It doesn't show you where you're going. It doesn't. It only shows you where you've been. So if you continue to keep looking in that lens, gang, you're only going to see where you've been. You'll never see where you're going. All right, and I want you to catch that message at this point, because some of you are so busy looking back in your past, you cannot see a future. Why? Because you're stuck in your past. Stop there. Refocus yourself, because where your focus is going, it's growing there. We want you to see your world through the eyes of an innocent child, the child you was before the world came in and broke you, abused you, discarded you. So through the eyes of that child. To see yourself and others as innocent children. To remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best. And if they're treated with a tender heart, they will not harden their heart against you either. Because I do believe that everyone is trying. No matter if their trying is not as good as I would want it to be. I do believe that we get up and we try our best. Even though we might get caught up in the bullshit, we do try. So if you give love, expect to receive it. If you're giving out misery, gang, expect to receive it. This is the law of attraction. Spirit says, remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated fairly and with a tender heart, they will not harden as they journey through the greatest adventure called life. All right? Don't look back. What did he say? Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Who sang that again? Don't look back in anger. He was right. Stop looking back in anger, gang, in regret. Your life lessons are setting you up for something so much bigger than you can actually even fathom right now. Stop regretting your past. There's nothing to regret. Oasis, that's it. Oasis. I can see him now. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. I can't think of the rest of the words, but I know it's important. I know it's important though. So maybe listen to that song, because I think it's important here. That's why I don't want her around. There we go. Right, so let's get to tarot. Finally, let's get to the tarot. Oh my God, look, 137 minutes in, 2 hours, and we are only getting to the tarot now. So I am going to come back with part 2, because I have to. This is not the entire message, gang. This is a snippet. This may be a 10-part thing, I don't even know. But let's start with part 1. What does Spirit want you to know? And then I'm going to let you go. Thank you for coming. Wonderwall, that's it. Wonderwall. Throat chakra blocked. Why on the floor? I'm going to have to come back with some more messages, gang, because this is a lot. Pretty, yeah. This is a lot. This is a lot. Even I want to rewatch it, but how am I going to rewatch this now? Oh. Okay. So I see substantial offers coming in for you, gang. Spirit says, from once you operate from a place of love, all your monetary worries will be taken care of. They will be taken care of. All you need to find out and tap into is, what is it that I love to do? What makes my heart open up? Find out what's drawing you in, gang. Trust your intuition in this time, because you are very in tune with the spirit, with source. This is your intuition. And you are being guided to find out what it is you love, what you're passionate about, and then all of your monetary needs will be taken care of. You do not have to worry about the rest of that. You do not have to worry about it. I'm sending in people that's going to love you unconditionally here and value you. So I see you linking up, meeting up, connecting with people whether it's a partner or people that's going to be family who are going to love you unconditionally like the King of Cups and value you and your time, gang. And also pour into you financially as well, as and when you need it. Because maybe you're doing something that they love. And now I just want to pay you, I want to gift you, I want to invest in you, I want to donate to you. Spirit says, stop worrying about the ifs, the whys, and the whens. Just find out what you love to do. What is it you love to do, gang? What is it that you would love to do, that you've always loved, you wanted to do? Find what it is. And I promise you, money will follow. It will not be an issue. It will not be an issue. Money follow you. People just want to invest in it, gang. Let's get a few more messages from the Tarot, the Golden Black Tarot. Take to find out what you love, who you love, and invest in them, invest in it. So if it's a person, if it's people that you love, invest in them, gang. Invest in the people that you love, in the things that you love, because the returns are amazing. The returns are amazing. I invest in my children. The returns are amazing. The love that I get from them, gang, it's priceless. You cannot put a price on it. You cannot put a price on the love that I get from my children. Spirit says you are here to learn, to teach, to empower, to encourage, to impart. You are messengers. Figure out what messages you are here to deliver and deliver them. Spirit says you have lived and learnt knowledge that you have synthesized over lifetimes. And I want you, I expect you to share them. Your experiences, your knowledge, the information. And look, people just loving on you and pouring into you financially, emotionally here because of it, gang. So Spirit says you are a teacher. This is my ministry card. And some of you are right now being called into ministry and you don't know what to do. Dan, I'm holding on to my comfortability right now because I'm scared. I'm scared of stepping out because I'm not sure on how I'm going to feed my kids, how I'm going to get money if I step into full-time ministry here. If I go after what I love, how am I going to eat? How am I going to make money? This is what you're asking. Stop worrying about all that. Let go and let God do the rest. You're here to empower, to encourage, to teach. Spirit says, just do it, Night Tick. Just do it. Stop second guessing it and allow yourself to be guided, because there you are with the Moses stick, ready to part your river. The thing that's standing in the way of you and your promised land. So stop second guessing it and allow yourself to be guided. Stop second guessing and allow yourself to be guided by your internal voice, which is guiding you. This is it. This is the flow, right? This is the Moses effect. I'm bringing you to the palace. I'm taking you out of the pits of your depression, of your despair. And I'm bringing you to the palace where you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. So why are you resisting it? Because I just see you feeling successful in all areas of your life. All areas of my life. Not one, all areas. All round success. I am bringing you onto a worldwide stage, someone. I am bringing someone here onto a worldwide stage. That's why my throat chakra went off. Your voice is going to be heard all around the world. What did I tell you? Oh my God. What's the title of this reading? I forgot. You are being called. Let's go back. You are a part of the chosen. You've been fighting it. You've been resisting. Sent with messages for the world. For the world. Your messages are going to reach the world. So I see you traveling all around the world, whether it's virtually or physically, it matters not. Your voice is going to reach all around the world. And here you are second guessing it, just like Jonah. Is it me? Is it not me? Because I'm just a pauper. Why would God choose me though? Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to listen? Who's going to follow me? Spirit says, take up your bed and walk. Take up the mantle that I placed in your hand and walk. Because you've been given a mantle. Training. There's a mantle in your hands, gang. A mantle of power. This mantle can separate the Red Sea and part it so you can walk through. You are a shepherd. And Spirit says, go find your sheep. This shepherd is looking for his sheep. That's your vibe. And it's going to attract a whole tribe, gang. Spirit says you are called to lead. I am calling you into leadership. You're playing at a music festival. Sandy. You are being called to lead. This is a shepherd. This is a shepherd, a shepherdess. You have a flock of people, of sheep that are going to follow your example. So lead by example. Practice what you are preaching out here. Even your kids are watching you. Other people's children. Because I said you're leading by example. I'm about to take you places, gang, that no man that you known have ever been. Some of you are going to travel the entire world, preaching, prophesying. Do you think it's a joke, gang? Because I know some of you are being held back by your limiting thoughts and beliefs because you're believing, how can it be me? Why would God choose me? No one else did. I'm telling you, you're chosen. Get out of your head and jump into your heart space and stop fighting what's happening. Because it's happening, all right. You're being pulled, you're being drawn towards something that you don't even have no idea about yet. You have no clue. Dan, I don't know. That's why I'm scared. I don't know what God wants from me. You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to go and find out. You're supposed to explore it. So allow yourself to be led here. Because this travel doesn't have to be a physical travel. He saw the best in me when everyone else around could only see the worst in me. That's why you be second guessing yourself, because everyone else saw the worst in you, gang. But God saw the best in you. I see the best. I see what you could become. If only you could believe in yourself and stop worrying about what people believe about you. It doesn't mean that it's true, gang, unless you allow it to be. I am taking you to nations. I don't know who you are, but I want to take you to nations. But first, I need to take you out of your head. How can I take you to nations when you're stuck in your head? How can I take you to nations when you be stuck in your head, gang? How can I take you around the world when you can't even get out of your head? You be stuck right there. So I'm trying to get you out of the head. Because all I can see is recognitions and rewards waiting for you. Your work finally being recognized and rewarded. All of it, gang. I told you. This is what I said. Number 40 says your hard work is about to pay off. And you could have done this work years ago in another lifetime as far as I'm concerned. But this lifetime right now, sir, is where you're going to reap the rewards of this labor. Because it was a labor and it was hard for you. Wow. Sandbox. Gang, gang. Come back for part 2, gang. We're going to leave it there. Spirit says we're going to end it. Let's give you an ancestor message and postcard from Spirit. We're going to go into part 2 later on today. So later on today, do you know what? Spirit. Okay. So Spirit wants me to do daily messages. We're going to do part 1, part 2, part 3. I don't know how long they're going to last. I don't know how long these messages are going to last. But as long as I get them, we're going to keep coming with them. So part 2 will be out later on today. Come back today and we will resume part 2, because spirit is not done with you. We're not done with you, and I can't condense it. I can't. It's like church trying to suppress the word. I can't. I won't. So I will roll over like the lottery. We'll roll it over to another reading, gang, because this one's long enough. My ears are, that's why I'm shouting. I can't hear myself. I'm up in here shouting at my someone like, why is she shouting for? Because my ears are buzzing and I can't hear. So what does your ancestors want you to know before I am able to let you go? I'm sorry that I held you hostage like this, but I wasn't able to release you, babies. I wasn't. Look. Oh, you can't see the sweat patch. I'm sweating, gang. What does the collective need to know? What does my starseeds, my empaths, and my golden children need to know? There we go. Taurus energy. Oh, you're right on cue. My daughter's here, Casey's here, and Navisha's here. They're here, gang. They just came. Look at that. Right on cue. I knew I supposed to stop it, gang. I knew it. They're here. Here's Navisha. Come and say hello, Navi. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Can you get through? I'm kind of trapped in these devices. There you go. Come and say hello. So they've just arrived. This is how I know that it's on time. Here they are. Say hello yourself.
Hello.
Here's Casey. Casey's right there. And there's Carisha.
I went to the park and I went on the zip line.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're Taurus. We've got a message for Taurus today. So Taurus, we are coming back in 2 hours. We have got a big Taurus reading in 2 hours. Teach and share. That's what you're here for. This is your purpose, gang. He confirmed it. 111. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you teach, how you share, but I want you to teach and share your knowledge, the information that you have, the lived and learnt knowledge, because that is what you're here for. This is your life purpose. And some of you have Taurus in your chart. Casey's here confirming everything. Can you hear him? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Prophet Casey in the place. This is Navisha. Navisha Megan. So teach and share, which is Taurus energy. This is ministry. This is the ministry card. So I want to say it another way. You are being called into ministry. Out of the mouth of a baby, the taka. You are being called. Look, that's the Last Supper. Look, the Last Supper. Remember I said to you, Yeshua was betrayed. So why wouldn't you be betrayed? Why would you be sacrificed? You've got to endure all the same things, gang. I swear you're going to be crucified too, but maybe not to a cross, but to your past. Same thing. I crucify you with your past, with lies. Teach and share. Instill knowledge. Impart your knowledge. Instruct and educate. This is what we are here to do. Each one, teach one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can you hear him? Come here, Casey. Come here. He said no. Come here, Case. What's that noise? It's alright, so leave him. It's fine. Do what he wants. We're coming to the end. Teach and share. Your ancestors speak to you. You are not alone. You are not alone. You may be questioning. Go on, she's hot now, see? She's hot. 2 minutes and she's hot. Do you see that how hot it was? She's like, I'm hot now. I'm hot now, Nanny. I'm hot now. The energy is crazy. So you are not alone. I don't care if you're physically alone in this world. Spiritually, you're not alone, gang. You are part of a whole. My family is your family, gang. We are part of a vine, and we are finding this vine together because we are branches of it, gang. Wow. So much confirmations in this reading. Oh my God. So you are not alone, babies. You may be questioning. Do you know what? No, I want to read the entire message. I want to read the entire. All right, so Buddhism. Can I say Buddhism? Buddhism. Buddhism. Because I can't say words, gang. Buddhism was introduced to Tibet in the 17th century, where it developed into relative isolation. Over the centuries, the unique culture, identity, and language. But I need some lip seal. My mouth is dry. 14:14 on the clock. Can I just wet my lips? All is well, random. Look at my daughter eating biscuits. One sec. My lips too dry for this. 110%, gang. You are not alone. Just that song alone, gang. I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. You are not alone. So even though we are miles apart, gang, you are not alone. We are actually very close. More close than you could actually imagine, gang. Alright? So feel me in your heart. Whenever you want me, just think of me. Call for me in your mind's eye. And I will be there. Trust me, I'll be there. God will send me out. I won't know why I'm coming, but it will be for you. So Buddhism developed into relative isolation in the 17th century. Over the centuries, the unique culture, identity, and language of the what? The region became inseparably linked as well. Tibetan Buddhism, where great emphasis is placed on the spiritual masters and teachers of the Dharma. Hi, baby. Oh, you got me food? Oh, wow. My son just bought me food. Oh, wow. What did I tell you? Pour into people, they'll pour back into you, gang. My mum had the kids, right? She was like, I got kids because you're supposed to take care of me. No, we're not supposed to take care of you, gang. Take care of your kids and your kids will take care of you. Take care of your kids and they will take care of you. Don't expect them to do anything because they're not your kids. They're God's children. You've been given them to take care of them. They're not actually yours. Can I say it again? They're not yours. You were given them to take care of them because I trust you. Take care of my children, gang, because we all belong to God. Remember that. They're not even yours. Yeah, I learned that. They're not mine, gang. So these teachers are called lamas. So in Buddhism, the teachers there are called lamas. My eyes. Complete, extensive study over many years to prepare for their roles, gang, in providing healing, initiations, and ceremonies, and teaching their traditions, beliefs, insights, and wisdoms to others like you. The lamas, monks, and nuns also have the added responsibility of protecting and promoting Tibetan environment, language, and culture. Tibetan lamas and monks devote their lives to the study and practices of Buddhism. However, religious practice is part of daily life for most Tibetans. You love the day. There we go. Many families. Many families. And he's so quiet. You would never know he's so quiet. I swear to God, he's quiet. He's non-verbal, guy. He don't really speak. There's a reason why he's speaking now. So many families throughout the ages have proudly sent their children to monasteries to be educated by the monks. You are not alone, says your ancestors. You may be questioning why you are here and what your true purpose is. He does raise the vibrations, gang. I hope you can hear me above him, because I'm not going to silence him. No, not the phone as well. You are not alone. Because you may be questioning why you are here with me in the world. Why am I even being born? I don't see the purpose for it. And what is my true purpose? This card has appeared to let you know that you are a natural teacher. You are. And it's part of your life purpose. You do not need to go into a school to be a teacher. You could teach the children in your home, people in your communities. Your lived or learnt knowledge, gang, is very important and powerful. There we go. You are here to show people. I can't. Casey. So you are here to show people a new way of being or looking at their world. So you are here to show us another way of how to do something or how not to do something or how to see my world, because I'm not seeing it. Yeah. You may be teaching your children or grandchildren everyday things. Or you may be encouraged to give friends or family friends or other children some guidance. Value your wisdom and value the skills that you have that you can pass on to others. Because we're all here to teach one and help another one. So stop being selfish with your gifts and your time and your energy and your love. Share it with someone else. That's what you're here for. Look at the ways that you... He was quiet. Look at the ways that you can incorporate teaching or mentoring into your life. So others can benefit. He's chanting, exactly. He's chanting. That's what it was. He's chanting. That's ancestral, gang. That's ancestral. Yes, he's invoking. He's invoking. You have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and show them the way. Why? Because your life experiences have given you this insight where others can't. You can relate to so many different people, gang, in so many different things. Try not to overthink this aspect of your purpose, because you have already been teaching without even realizing it. You've been doing it, gang. You've already been doing your life purpose. So you've either been counseling, teaching, helping. You've been your life purpose your whole life. You've been doing it. 100, gang. So just enjoy sharing your gifts with others. If you're a singer, sing it. Whatever your gifts are, gang, you've actually been operating in them already. Like you're looking for something you're already doing. You're already performing it, gang. Figure out what it is. Postcard for a spirit. Then I'm going to let you go. Let's get it out the deck. He's a little... Yeah, he is, gang. His mum's a singer and his dad's a DJ. So go figure. He is. And he's an old soul, gang. He's been here many lifetimes. Anyone who knows Casey knows that Casey has been here before. So when he speaks, we should listen. When I came out to YouTube, he was born. Remember that? The birth of Casey activated something inside of me. I can't explain it, but when he was born, something was birthed inside of me here. So what does postcards from Spirit want you to know, gang? There's a postcard coming in, and it's all the way from the ethers to you. What does Spirit want you to know? We only get one per spiritual life. Out of the mouth of babes, gang. He's 3 years old, but he's autistic. So he's still very much... The word I want to use is raw. He's raw. He's authentic. Before anyone's touched him, he's still there. He's raw. He remembers who he is. But they want to label him with... They want to label him with autism. So what does the collective need to know here? He's been a big part of your healing. Look at that. Casey has been a big part of Deborah's healing. Some of you don't understand the power of my grandson. But those that know, you know, gang. He's very healing, very powerful. Especially when he's part of my readings, gang. I don't want no one to take his presence lightly. The fact that he came when he came. So what does these postcards want you to know today, gang? We're going to get one, and then we're going to exit this reading. What do you need to know? The same message he said again, right? He said it twice. But they say he's non-verbal, right? But he just said something twice. So postcard from Spirit, and thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Dearest Starseeds, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep. I did. Until I was 45, I was sleeping. I didn't know who I was. I couldn't guide my children properly because I didn't know myself. So we spend a huge percentage of our life asleep, gang. Spiritually asleep. Not just in bed, but the kind where you forget that you are a spiritual, immortal being taking a temporary human form. I love that. I love it. Full circle. Human beings spend huge amounts of time asleep, gang. Spiritual sleep. Not just in bed, even though some of you do spend a lot of time there. Thinking you need 8 hours and you don't. That's what you was told. Add those 8 hours to the 8 hours you're working. What time do you really have to operate in the spirit? None. That's the plan. That's the plan. But the kind where you forget that you are a spiritual, immortal being on taking on a temporary human form. Because that's what you're doing. We're arguing over black and white. But this is temporary. I might come back as a white person next time. What's my argument then? I might come out like a Chinese man next time. I might come out like a frog. I don't know what I'm going to be next time. So we're arguing over non-existent things. We're spirit. We're not black, we're not white. We're not man, we're not woman. Forget those things. We are spirits, gang. Spirits do not have genders. They do not have even a face. Come on, we are spirit. In temporary human bodies, gang. Fulfilling missions, that's it. We're attaching all these other stuff because this is a human form. What you've been taught through these schools of yours. And churches and religious places, gang. They're taking you off of a path that you were designed. Like for me, you came in here knowing what to do. Casey knows what to do. The birds know what to do. The bees know what to do. So why don't we? Why don't we? Why do we need to go to church, to the mosque, to these places to find out what to do? We don't need to do any of these things. We already know what to do. Tapping back into the you-ness. You who you used to be, gang. Before they got to you. To learn all your karmic lessons, gang. The birds and the bees don't go to no form of school. We're the only species who feel like we need to go to institutes to learn more than what we already know. Why is that? Why is that? Because someone said so, and we all agreed, and we keep on doing it. We keep allowing these governments to make decisions, and we keep agreeing with it. Gang. So this collective, humans spend a huge amount of time, percentage, sleeping on themselves. Not in your bed, but in reality, gang. You're not even part of what's going on. You're in a temporary human form, remember this, but you are spirit first. And your spirit is immortal, gang. Immortal. You are an immortal being. in temporary vessels, arguing over mundane bullshit. Gang. Huh. It's not your fault though, because everyone suffers from spiritual anemia. We forget who we are. We all suffer from this. Apart from those that are diagnosed as autistic and all these other stuff, they don't forget nothing, guys. As you develop your identity, your spiritual one, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self, a child, and you have less connection to your soul self. So it says, as you begin to develop your identities, who you think you are, who school tells you are, who society, your mom, your dad, your friends, your partners, after all of that, we become less connected to our soul, gang. We do. And more connected to our human self, which is only a temporary part of us. Like, literally, gang. It's not even a big percentage of us, this human part of us. It's not. That water element is a spirit element. When they say we're 90% water, we're 90% spirit. That's the water element. That spirit. That 10% is the body, it's the body, gang, it's the human form. It's nothing. But we put so much into it, the BBLs, the energy into all of that, into arguing over the black and white issues. We are spirit, gang. Strip away your skin. Strip away your hair. You are the soul, the spirit within. Can you understand? You're not dyslexic. You've accepted this. You're not. You're you. You're supposed to be you, gang. You're not supposed to be like us. So they called you some other name because you're not like us. You're unique. That's what I know about you. Dyslexic, whatever they want to call it, it's uniqueness. You're different. So because you're different, we're now going to label you and make you feel like something's wrong with you. But there's not. Remember that. It's not your fault. Because as we begin to develop our identities, gang, we look to people around us. That's what we do. I look to my mum. I look to people to see myself in them. So I was mimicking and like people around me, gang, and they were all kind of negative. So I became negative. I started to see my world negative, gang. Operate under this negative energy. And then you have less connection to your soul self. You may not even recognize that this is going on. But you sure can feel it though. We are here to remind the collective to look through their soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential. I'm going to start again because I need you to hear this message. Distracting myself for this last part of the message. So we are here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes. Not through these eyes, through your soul's eyes, gang. The way that God sees you through the eyes of this child, Casey. The way that he would see you, gang. And see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit. That's why where 2 or 3 of us are here, we can invoke miracles. Spirit is teaming with you to fulfill the contract. The contract that you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. This is my message. Oh my God. Confirmation. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming up with you to fulfill the contract that you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world before you came here. So we're going to hold you to this contract that you made before you came here. I don't care if you don't remember it. I'm going to jog your memory. Activation. Wake up. And remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. It happens in the spirit realm first. Stop looking to the man, to the woman, to the things of this world to help you. Look to God, look to spirit right now. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added on to you. Wake up and remember that all the help that you need, I don't care if you don't have no one physically, all that you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms where you can't see. This is the faith, it's key. It's the missing ingredient that some of you don't have. Your mind. Your mind. That's why they attack your mind. That's why they put you in school. To pollute your mind. If I can attack your mind, I can make you attack yourself. Your mind needs to come into alignment with divine intelligence. Because when it does, you become unstoppable. You become unstoppable. And that's why they had to stop you from when you was 1, 2, 3. They put you in school, Gam, because you're an unstoppable force. The world is yours to command, to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. Adson. We are here. We have got your back, and we have arrived. This is your girl, the Virgo 2222. Gang, gang. This message was no doubt for you. For you, and you, and you, gang. I need to grab him. We should pass him. Pass him. Let's see if he will come. Let's see if he will come to show his face. He might not want to come. We can't force him now. And there he is. There's the prophet himself, gang. Oh my God, sorry. You want some? So this is your girl, the Virgo once again. 2222, gang. Me and Casey Ray, we love you. You are an unstoppable force, gang. The only thing that can stop you really is you. The things they told you, the things you believe about you, gang. Don't let them stop you, gang. Take care. We love you. Look, Casey. They're speaking to you. He's in his own world, gang. That's how it goes. He's in the spirit. That's why he's operating where we need to be, in the spirit, gang. In the spirit. Take care. See you for part 2 later on today, gang.